to serve an ace down the centre line. It came out at 154 kilometres an hour.
Oh,
well played. Always a lot of tension for the players when they play, but it's much easier to play than it is to watch.
Your wife told you that one?
Many a day.
Must be true, though. Very, very good shot from Rosset, that lot.
It was a great point. Both men played it well, but Rosset always dictating, had the control of all the shots, and points like that can tire you out a little bit because you're still a little bit keyed up for the match. Edberg didn't move all that well for the last lob, did he?
But whether he's playing forcefully as he was there or defending as he was in the previous rally, he's again playing awfully well. Great to see him in form. Been times in the last couple of years when that forehand has just let him down so many times and given him no chance, but no sign of any frailty this week, or last.
That was always going to be an exceedingly difficult shot to make. He's down low. He's trying to play a drop volley.
Jakob Plasik, who Rosset beat in the previous round on the left there. Stefan Oberer, the coach of Marc Rosset. Oh! Both men are playing pretty well.
Absolutely, and that was a superb return of serve. He had to move very quickly just to get to it. And the power is just incredible.
And again, he ripped in the return. And although the volley was higher, it was still a tough one. Here's break point. This is to break back at 3-all.
Good serve, and it's that type of serving that he's going to have to come up with very often, because Marc Rosset suddenly is hitting a few good return of serves.
And that volley, he very seldom misses. Oh, he is returning well. Again, a bullet of a first serve.
Watch it again. It's going straight to the backhand. Rosset having to move just half a step to it.
Yeah, even for Stefan it was tough getting his body out of the way of that one. And here's a second break point. And Rosset's returning is the highest possible caliber. Yeah, second guessed him.
Serve it big. Try to get it into either one of the two corners. And occasionally come up with the change up, the kicking first serve, just to keep Rosset guessing a little bit.
Lovely approach.
Leaning forward, hitting the ball and then running towards the net. Just as long as you're leaning into the ball when you hit it, that's the way to play the approach shot, not start running before you hit the ball.
Well, this is a terrific game.
Edberg's really having to work hard. Now that he's working this hard, he really needs this game more than ever. Nothing worse than working very hard and then losing your serve.
Yes, well played. Reading Edberg's serve time after time, and ripping another pass. Here's the third break point. I thought he was going to get it. Well, a circus trick with a racket. Lucky it came down vertical.
Perhaps he would have been better off not talking to himself so much to get to the shot. There it goes. Took about 4 or 5 seconds to get back down to earth again.
And then he plays a shot like that. Footwork for once wanting. Now, where will he serve? Certainly loves going that side.
Take a chance, serve the second one up the centre line.
Oh, well read.
He has to serve the odd second serve to the Rosset forehand. He has to assume that Rosset is wanting to move around the backhand to hit the forehand. So he's going to be leaning that way. And the moment he becomes aware that you're prepared to serve some to his forehand, foot fault, he's less likely to move early anyway.
The perennial problem re-emerges.
Oh yes.
Yes, on the line.
Avantage rosset.
And now he's got a fourth break point to save.
Égalité.
The familiar pattern continues. Footfall again. Not the most popular man in Paris. Yep.
But he's right.
S'il vous plaît, silence pendant les services. S'il vous plaît.
And Stefan knows it. That's why there's not an iota of a complaint.
But that time he did question the call. He wanted to know if it was the right foot, which 99% of the time it is. Just wanted to make sure. Maybe he's so anxious to get up to the net, the foot's going a little bit more forward than he's expecting it to.
Well, Rosset is reading that, and surely it's time to change it. Edberg knows best, but you have to wonder.
It's about now that you offer to spin a coin for the game.
Avantage rosset.
Third double. Fifth break point. Now, will he serve out wide again?
I would tend to think he would. I'm not 100% convinced that it's the right thing to do.
Je rosset.
Well, he's either serving way out wide or into the hitting zone. Either way, Rosset's capitalizing on it. And he's got the break at the fifth attempt. And full marks to him. A very high standard game and some terrific returning from the Swiss. And that might give an extra couple of kilometers an hour to his serve.
He's checking the sun. He's looking right into it when he throws the ball up.
15-7.
Loves from any position to hit forehands. He's got such good control with it, along with the power and disguise.
That's where he's been doing so well at Roland Garros this year, chipping and charging on that second serve. So Rosset, having been under the cosh for much of this set, now moves in front for the first time. He leads 4-3. Both guys will be pretty happy with the way they're serving, even though Edberg had real problems with his last service game. But serving at 60%, Rosset 57, that's about where they want to be. As long as they can maintain it. And at times get better than that. But perhaps it's the direction of Edberg's first serve. Particularly from this ad court that we have to really look at.
If we have a perception in our minds that somebody has a particularly strong shot, like in this case Rosset with a forehand, not that I'm saying that his backhand's not good, you end up playing the backhand and forgetting about playing the forehand. And this is what we needed to see him do in that last game. Just take that chance, whether he tried it with the first serve or whether he tried it with the second serve. He never tried it. Perhaps he's learnt.
His first ace will encourage him to do it again, surely.
So you've got to plant the seed in your opponent's mind that you are quite capable and quite willing to do anything. You'll serve big, you'll serve kicks, you get them into either corner. You won't serve to a pattern.
Four games each. One break of serve to each man. Incidentally, we just come in. The winner of this match will play Bernd Carbacher, who brushed aside Goran Ivanisevic in straight sets earlier on today on centre court. 6-3, 6-1, 6-2, a staggering scoreline. What a day for Germany. Stick the winner over Muster. It's when Becker withdrew, they must have feared the worst. A half-fit Michael Stickel, that's how it seemed. Bernd Carbacher not playing the best tennis of his life, and yet they're both through to the last 8.
Dangerous serve.
187, but seemed a lot more.
Is the dangerous serve.
Yes, did well to get the racket onto that, even though it wasn't the racket head. Rossi then with the 2 points for 5-4. It wasn't a great volley, that one.
That was a terrible volley.
So although he had to play it pretty low in the end, he didn't move well to it. And he had so much time in court. The bad news for Edberg is that Rosset's serving mightily at the moment. And the early service break is a bit of a long memory. 5-4. Stefan Edberg at 4-5, serving to stay in the first set. Still people arriving. I've watched all Edberg's matches. He's started pretty well in all of them. Hasn't started that well here, but about the same as against Michael Chang in the last round. Well reached. And it really wasn't until the end of the second set against Chang that he's really lifted his game.
Yes, he certainly took off when he got going.
Terrific foot control, Rosset. For such a big man, he's very, very well coordinated. Hewitt looking aghast at me that big men can't be well coordinated. You a mean footballer, Wade? Are you? Sorry.
Sorry?
Are you a mean footballer?
Very dangerous.
But you didn't like the assumption that big men can't be coordinated. I could tell that hurt.
Yes, we'll just have a look at this coordination here, if you don't mind, if you stop being so sarcastic and, you know. I mean, this is pretty darn good, you know.
I'll take you out on court and give you a tennis ball, and you can follow that after this. Fourth double, a statistic that's going to hurt him in the end if it carries on like this. Still in the first set, and Rosset is 2 points from the set. Didn't like the bounce, I don't think. Maybe it kept a little low.
Well, he seemed to throw the ball a fraction to the right and get a little bit more slice on it. So it could have deviated far differently to what he expected.
Now then, ace down the middle. Well, it was hardly an ace, but it did the trick. Rosset looking for the backhand. And he's saved himself. 5 games each then. Beautifully designed court and Albiron.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. It's interesting that the French Federation have put the matches that they have there today. Muster-Stick, which always looked to be the most exciting match in prospect, and this probably the runner-up. And that's how it's turned out as well. Feeling that they want to build this court, build the stature of it build its marketing appeal. Certainly decisions like they've made today will do no harm at all.
30-0.
This has already got more interest than either of the matches on centre. Oh, he seemed to decide a fraction late to go for it. If he'd gone a split second earlier, he'd have made it.
Once he saw that the volley wasn't put away that decisively, he figured he could run it down, and he did run it down, and he almost pulled it into the court.
There are no arguments to that.
40-15.
Big deep forehand, and now the disguise, just turning the wrist to pull the ball back down the line.
Rosset's first double. Yeah, right onto the line. Rosset ages in front again. And it means that Stefan is going to have to serve to stay in the set for a second time. If he does, we're in for a tie-break. Here on the Suzanne Longlong court, Marc Rosset has just had a word with Roland Herfel, and he wants some tablets of some description. Not quite sure what they are. Doesn't seem to be in any real discomfort. We'll see. They'll arrive presumably in the next break, and we'll tell you about that. He seems to be moving okay without any real discomfort. Doesn't seem to be any physical problem or any ailment at all. 5-6. No discomfort at all.
No discomfort, but I must say that Edberg is up against a player in fine form, but having said that, he's not quite as sharp as he has been in previous matches. He's changing his racket in disgust. Hasn't seemed to have really found a racket that is comfortable for him, you know.
2 points from the set is Marc Rosset. And now foot fault the far end.
Well left.
Yes, because it had topspin and he wasn't absolutely sure, surely.
That's a good call. And he only ever serves the foot fault when serving to the first court. Never have I heard him or seen him serving a foot fault when serving to the left court.
Oh, yes. So important because Rosset was after him. And Rosset's sick with himself for keeping him in.
A little bit tentative, perhaps, with the forehand. Not too tentative with the drop of the racket. He could have gotten that shot a lot wider.
Yes, the lob's always a good shot, I feel, with Stefan, because he's not the best overhead. So it's tie-break time. Now, I take your point about Stefan not looking quite as sharp as before, but also there's a case, isn't there, that you play as well as you're allowed to. Rosset's really hustling him with his pace.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more.
You could.
Yeah, but I don't want to, because you're right.
Oh. That shot was razor sharp.
That's a pretty good approach. Immaculate pass.
A sign that we never used to see, the clenched fist from Stefan, but we've seen so much of it this year.
That's a better volley. He's hit a couple of those forehand volleys where he hasn't quite nailed it. Been a little bit tentative, but he was very, very positive with this one.
Like the true champion he is he raising his game at the vital moment? Oh. Not quite sure how much of the sweet spot that got, but it worked. So Rossi back level on mini breaks. 1-2. Yes.
Well, that's bound to happen. He's bound to get past any number of times, but it won't change his mind that he has to get up to the net. And he has to get up there as often as he possibly can.
No, if Rossi keeps passing him like that, it's well played.
Absolutely.
Sweat pouring off him. It's still pretty warm here, around 22, 23 degrees. Been a super day. Well, we saw one first serve down the centre from the ad court, but nothing since. Thought that might be the forerunner for a change of tactic.
I'm just concerned that Edberg is saying to himself, I must get a good strong first serve into the backhand, and he's thinking in that way. And as if he gets to 15-30, maybe even 30-15, he's really going to think that way. Whereas when he served the ace, he was at 15 love.
Yeah.
I think the longer the game goes on serve, the more likelihood of him just putting it into the backhand side. I should have put that one into the backhand side. That's just not good enough. It's not wide enough. It's 1.5 meters from the sideline.
So Rossi now with a mini break advantage. Yeah, didn't get up, but did he get down to it? So mini breaks dotted all over the place here. Murderous. Surprisingly, though, only his second ace. Oh. Well, he wanted to pin him back, and he wanted to do too much. 5 double faults now, but more importantly, 2 set points for the number 14 seed. Well, mighty punch the air. Terrific piece of retrieving way down on the backhand side from Rosset. And he's got the set. "58 minutes. And Rosset goes 1 set up.
If you want full office suite power at a word processor,